This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2024 Autumn Ridge, model number 182RB. This is not a floor plan video, it's a how-to video, so I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? They have regular scissor type stabilizers. You take a 3/4 inch crank, which comes with the trailer. You have a power awning with LED strip. You have outside speakers. Of course, your steps fold into the trailer. Now, you ordered this. This has a weight distribution hitch. So, let's see what we got. So this is a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. We'll show you how that operates when you pick up. There's your power cord right there. Your crank is right there. Okay. You can come around the other side. This is the fill for your city water hookup right there. I'm sorry, for your fresh water tank fill right there. This is your city water hookup right here. This is the most common way to get water to the trailer. You just hook up the hose and you're all set. If you don't have city water, then you can fill the fresh water tank up there at that spot I just showed you. You can fill it there, and then when you get where you're going, you can use the onboard pump to pump the water. I'll show you where the pump is when we get to it. Of course, this is not your short cord. Yours is in the trailer, but it plugs in right here. 30 amp, 30-foot cord. Cable and satellite through to the inside of the trailer. This is your water heater. The switches to operate it are inside the trailer. I'll show you those also when we get inside. But you can see there's the drain plug right there, which is also an anode rod. 1/16 6-point socket. This works on 110 AC. It has a heating element. You can also run it on LP gas. It's got a gas burner here. Never run it without water in the tank. So you have to make sure you have water in the tank before you turn around. Right now this tank is full with water because it's been summerized, or it's in camping mode now, so you're all set for the summer. But just remember, when you drain this, always fill it back up before you turn it on. I'll show you the switches to operate it when we get inside, okay? Alrighty, I gotta get this right there with one hand. There we go. Okay, this is a vent for the range hood. So you got a little latch here, but you want it open so the range hood vents to the outside when you're running it. Okay, that's important, obviously. You have this is pre-wired for a Furrion backup camera kit, as you can see. It's all pre-wired, so if you want to add that feature, you can purchase a kit. We have them here. You can get them elsewhere, but it'll allow you to see what's happening behind you when you're backing up, plus when you're going down the road. It's also got a hookup for a Lippert telescoping ladder, right? That's another option, but the hitch, the hookup for it is already there. It'll make it easier to inspect your roof. The manufacturer states you should inspect the roof every 60 to 90 days. Make sure there's no cracking or separation in any of the sealant. Make sure there's been no damage caused by low branches or road debris. Just look at it to make sure everything's in good shape. You can't see what's happening up there unless somebody goes up there and looks, so it should be part of your regular maintenance to stay ahead of any potential problem. Okay. If for any reason your door, or let's say if your door binds up when you're shutting it, that means that it is not, this plate is not parallel or flush with the threshold underneath. So what you would do is you'd pull out these two latches here and drop the legs down. So if the legs are up too high, it'll be up on an angle, right? And you'll bind up a bit. So if you ever see that, you just have to shorten the legs a little bit so it closes properly. Okay. All right. So let's see what we've got here. Okay, so this is your water pump right here. Use this to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water. You're going to also use this to winterize the trailer. To light your water heater on gas is right here. This lights to turn on the electric heating element is right here. No problem. Check your battery here, your fresh water here, which is full right now because we're testing it, and then of course your black and gray tanks. Okay. This is the switch for your power awning, like so. Never leave the awning out unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, roll it in so the weather doesn't damage it. Okay. There's some storage underneath here, as you can see. This is your solar controller. The only thing you're going to have to do you ordered this without a battery at this point, so the only thing you're going to have to do is whatever type battery you put on, AGM or a flooded wet battery or a lithium, whatever you're going to put on, you have to set this to the proper battery. Just you'll find in the manual how to do that. It's very simple. But this will tell you the voltage in your DC system. You know, it usually be about 13.4, 13.6, somewhere in there. It'll tell you how many amps you're gaining from the sun and storing in your battery. So it does all that. That's the solar controller / charger. Okay. That's your emergency escape window. You would just grab a hold of this tab and pull the screen out. You can escape in an emergency. Okay. Your keys are hanging right here on the faucet. You can remove the legs from this table and drop it down onto these plastic cleats you see there. There's 4 of them. And you can turn this into a bed if you want to. You got a 2-burner cook top. It does automatically light, so when the gas is on, so you're just going to go to the picture of the flame there, and you'll push it in, and it will light. Okay. Always make sure you close this when you're traveling at the top. This is your range hood. So if you're running the fan and you want to vent the range hood to the outside, make sure that baffle is open on the outside of the vent on the outside. You also have a light here. Your microwave works like any other microwave. Your refrigerator is a 12-volt DC refrigerator, so it runs off of 12 volts. And it's very simple, of course. You can see the doors actually open from either side. When it comes to your, it's got a HDMI hanging here for your television. That's where you hook up your TV. There's a little button next to that red LED there. Make sure that red LED is on when you're using the antenna. If you don't have that on, you won't get a good picture. Okay, coming back over this way, this is your sound here. So you have AM, FM radio, you have Bluetooth to stream wirelessly from your phone to your tablet. You have a USB drive there, so you can put all your MP3s on one little stick and take them with you. It has 2 speaker zones, 1 and 2. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. This HDMI is an in. So let's say you got it hooked up through your TV, right? You wanted to bring a portable Blu-ray player or something. You could just set it right here, plug it in, or plug it into the power there, and then plug the HDMI from the player right into the front there. And that's an easy way to get access to it. Okay. Your furnace is down here, but the thermostat is here. So there's underneath here is your actual thermostat. You turn that up and down like you would at home, if you could see that. To turn the furnace on, you get a good grip on it. It's kind of stiff, but you're going to go to the left here. So you just 1 click to the left, and you probably heard the furnace start maybe. And to shut it off, you go like that. Now, it lights out. The furnace lights automatically, but if I turn it back off, it's still going to run. The flame will go out immediately, but it'll still run. So it'll cycle through. It'll take a minute or 2 to cycle through, but it's off. The flame is off. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your bathroom, sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. This is a GFCI here. All the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI. So all of them. So even if you're using a appliance someplace else and it pops, you're going to reset it here. The toilet works like all RV toilets in that it sits right over a black tank. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water. Then you'll come in here and you'll put a dose of chemical right in the bowl. Then you'll stand on the flush pedal here, hold it down, water will come swirling around, and you'll stand there long enough to put at least a gallon of water in there along with your chemical. You can use more water, you can use more than a gallon of water, but don't use less. You just put that gallon plus of water and your chemical in there and you're all set. If you don't do that, that's considered using it dry. If you do that, the smell will be terrible and it'll get clogged up. So it's a mistake you'd only make one time, trust me. So chemical and water when you're starting off with an empty black tank. This is your fan. We've had it on here because we've been working on it today. I'll just shut it so I don't forget to do it later on. Okay, so it's closed up. Two switches, one for the fan also. It's a redundant switch because there's one on the fan itself. And then of course that's your light switch there. Last thing in here is this device here, which is your power converter. This converts AC to DC power. So, open it here. So, you have regular, when you're plugged into shore power, you have regular 110 AC circuit breakers here, right? Just like you'd see at home, most likely. And, excuse me, they're all labeled here. So you have 110 AC. And then the power is converted to 12 volt DC over here. So you got 12 volt DC fuses here, right? And they're all labeled. So that's where your 12 volt comes from. This is also a battery tender, so as long as you're plugged into shore power, it's going to sense how much energy your battery up front on the tongue has and needs, and it'll send up as many amps necessary to keep it charged. So when you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle's charge line will charge the trailer. When you're plugged into shore power, this power converter will charge the trailer, and your solar panel will charge the battery as it can, depending on the conditions outside, okay? 3 ways to charge your battery. Okay? Alright. Let me get on my feet here. Okay. So this, like your air conditioner, it has the controls right on it. Just typical, it has your thermostat here, and then this has two fan speeds and then 2 cool speeds, which are air conditioning. So this is big enough to get it really, really cold in here. Smoke detector, of course. There's also a carbon monoxide LP gas detector that I overlooked right here. That's right here. So that will detect carbon monoxide and LP gas leak. It should always be green like it is. If it's not green, get it serviced. If the LED is not glowing green, get it serviced immediately. It's very important, obviously. Okay. This is a remote for your radio. These are this is all your literature here. And the rest is self-evident. It's just storage and that sort of thing. So that pretty much covers your trailer. Now, first of all, thanks for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Second of all, don't forget to inspect your roof like I said. That's very important. It should be part of your regular maintenance, just to stay ahead of any potential problems. And right now this is in camping mode, so the antifreezes have been purged from the system. It's been filled with fresh water. The water heater itself is in camping mode, so the bypass valves are set so water goes into the water heater, heats up, and then comes out hot. Okay? Okay, thank you very much. Any other questions when you pick up? We'll go over then, okay? Thank you.